Wow. First word that comes to mind, clueless. Let me explain. I lost my mom at a very young age. So my experience of mothering, and most of us grew up with dolls, is the dolls that we had growing up. So when I got my first child, I was like, yay! My doll has finally come to life. And then after a while, you realize that children are not robots, they're not dolls. They don't do exactly 100% what you tell them to do. So you lose your patience, you yell at them, you do things, the house is a mess, all those things. I think if you're a mother, you can relate. And you stop and you ask yourself, what am I doing? You feel like you have failed on all fronts. But then there are also those moments where you feel like Superwoman. When they do well in their exams, when they just do something, something comes out of them. The way they look, the things they're acting, whatever it is that they're doing. And it actually changes your mind and you realize, hey, I'm not doing so badly. So to all those mothers out there who have messy houses, who have children misbehaving 1 or 2 times, who have yelled a gazillion times. I know I've threatened to sell my kids to their face, and not once. So I don't know. I think sometimes feeling inadequate is a good thing because then it makes you rely more on God. And one of the things I've always felt is like, well, I can't do it alone, God. I can't. If you don't help me here, these children, I don't know where they'll end up. So it makes me rely more on Him. And I think that's where I get my superpower from, because there's some things I also do there and I pat myself on the back. So happy Mother's Day to all mothers who feel clueless like me. Happy Mother's Day to all those mothers who have no choice but to rely on God.
I think I'm a present mom. I try to be present for my kids with schoolwork and school projects and school meetings. Now, those are the days I feel like a superwoman. But then there are days when I feel like I'm inadequate. I look at my kids and I think that maybe God would have given them a better mom. But then the Lord reminds me that I'm more than enough. The kids have me. They love me. So yeah, I will describe myself as a present mom who is always there for my kids.
So how will I describe myself as a mother? I'll say sometimes strict. Sometimes I'm a bit cartoonish. Mchezo mwingi, but then kuna time I put things to, ninazieka kwa line. So with my kids, I tend to sometimes I do worry a lot. I'm scared because of how the world has turned out, and I really pray for them. But I've learned one thing, and that is prayer. Prayer really, really, really helps. And sometimes it also it helps me to tone down, even when I go, spuma vitu sana, inabidi ninashukisha. And it has really, really helped. I would say it's not easy because it's not something that, unaenda unatrainiwa. To become a mother, it's you learn as you go. And I've learned a lot of things, and I'm thankful to God because it's a great journey, and I enjoy every moment with my kids. I enjoy every moment. I just love everything about motherhood, I would say.
I describe myself as I am overly protective with my children, that sometimes it can be on the negative side because I am super, 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 super protective of my children. I'm also very anxious. I worry a lot as a mom, that sometimes I feel like I project my fears more than my faith on my children. Another aspect, describing myself as a mom, I think I'm also a strict mom. I wish I could be more flexible, but I honestly do my best every day to just be a mom who brings up their children in the ways of God, to bring up my boys to be grown, wholesome men, for the society, and for them to enjoy their childhood, to fear God, to love others, to be kind. and not project my fears.
I would describe my motherhood as a journey of revelation, to be honest. I was privileged to be prepared for motherhood by a very good friend of mine. But the side of motherhood I wasn't prepared for was the warfare side of motherhood that I had to encounter when my son Levi fell sick. So, number one, he was born a little earlier, and to be honest, he would have died if I hadn't gone to the hospital when I did. And then in 2021 and 2022, he suffered successive strokes, what they call pediatric strokes, and we almost lost him in 2022 again. And it was a very painful journey, but then it was also a journey of just understanding that I really need to arise as a warrior for not only him, but for his other siblings. And so I would say motherhood for me is it's a holy work, but it's also an act of war, because the enemy is not happy about my seed. And so I carry that revelation constantly, even as I am mothering them, as I am discipling them, as I am helping them to be the battle axes and the weapons of war that God has created them to be. And I am so convinced that my children are God's battle strategy for their generation, as are all children.
I come from a broken family, and so that meant that I had a bonus mom growing up, and it really meant the world to me that I had a bonus mom, or rather people would call them stepmothers. And I just want to appreciate every bonus mom that is in the congregation. Thank you so much for all your sacrifice. Thank you for taking care of other people's children as if they're your own. And I am truly, truly blessed to be able to experience who a bonus mom was. Happy Mother's Day to all bonus moms. Again, happy Mother's Day to all people who have an estranged relationships with their mothers. I did not grow up with my mom, as I've said, and that meant that we don't have a very good or close relationship as it stands with her. But she's still my mom, and I truly appreciate and I honor the place of all the mothers in the congregation who maybe have issues with their children, or they were just not able to grow up or tender their children. So happy Mother's Day to all estranged mothers, or all mothers who have issues with their children.
Hi, my name is Somo. I lost my mom in 1996. That was about 28 years ago. And at the time I was 24. So what's the one thing I would say if I had a chance to speak to her today? I would say thank you, and all the things that she told me I now know are true. And I would tell her that even though we may not have seen things the same at the time, I'm really, 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 really grateful that by the time she died, we were very good friends. And I'm grateful for the woman that she helped me to be today. And I think the best part is not even something that you can say, you can describe with words, but as a result of her loss, I got a lot more mothers. So I'm grateful for the love and the relationships that she nurtured on our behalf. Happy Mother's Day.
I would describe my mom as loving, kind, compassionate. At times, she's a bit scary, but not in a bad way. Like, it's funny, scary, you know? She's a lot of things, but I would not change her for the world. She's almost like a sister to me. People confuse us for sisters sometimes, which is not very fun, because how now? But yeah, she's amazing and I love her.
She's kind, she's loving, she takes care of me, she provides everything for me, and I really like her. She's a loving mother.
The thing about my mom that I like about her, that she's normally kind, lovely, and sometimes when I get hurt, she's always there for me. When I'm sad, she cheers me up and she helps me with many things like my homework, and she normally teaches me how to do more things. And like now that I'm in a new school, she's teaching me how to like use a computer, and she's a nice mom, and I wish her a happy Mother's Day.
Because she's loving, kind, and she helps me when I fall down. She cheers me up when I'm sad, and I also love her because she's a good mother, and she's the best thing I've ever had. I would never want to lose her. And I also like her because she cooks yummy food. She's fun to play with, and I also love her because she loves me back. And God also helps me love her with all my heart.
She's not like other moms giving kids whatever they want. When I'm sad, she helps me, and I do the same thing to her.
She cares about me, she loves me, and she cares about me.
She's kind, loving, generous. She's a protective mother. Yeah, also sometimes when some people come to bully me in school or just at home or just in the house, my mother stands up for me. Sometimes we just go in her bedroom. She talks to me about the bad things I've been doing. She forgives me about every bad thing I've been doing. Sometimes she's just not patient. Sometimes when I tell her to wait, when she tells me to go take a phone charger, I tell her to wait, I'm doing something. She tells me not to wait, so I just go take a charger, finish the stuff.
My name is Arnold Muhambe. This is a message to Josephine Muhambe. Mom, nataka kukuambia na appreciate sana. Like, you've been there for me since day one. We've gone through a lot, mimi na wewe, but only chose to stay na mimi through thick and thin. You're always there for me, and happy Mother's Day. Nakupenda sana. Yeah.
Hi mom, I want to say happy Mother's Day. Thank you for being the most amazing mom ever, for bringing us up in a truly amazing way. You're a gift from heaven for sure. So have an amazing happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. And to all mothers here, I can see you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you're many. Happy Mother's Day.
I'd love to wish every mother, grandmother, mother-to-be, angel moms, everyone in this spectrum a happy Mother's Day. You are valuable. We celebrate you today and every day. Happy Mother's Day.